rock and roll, find my screen here, and we will share this screen. We will do this one right here, and we'll be good to go. All right, so we're sharing this. We are all set. That way we can see video here. And then Jared, just so you know, this is the camera that we're looking at right here. All right, so that's the one on my shoulder here. Cool. And then we're gonna go rock and roll through some funnels. So here we go. All right, so guys, we had a ton of people submit funnels. Like the list is ridiculously long. So the one that we're going to be rocking and rolling today is the dog bed one, which sounds really, really cool. So let me go to that funnel, and then we're going to start rocking through it. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm freaking excited. Like, I love doing this stuff, and I really appreciate you guys like reaching out and being vulnerable and saying, hey, here's my funnel. Like, tell me what I can do better. Here's what I can do differently. And so I'm happy to do that. We're here. It's a holiday of all days, and we're gonna be rocking this. So first one is from Howie. Thank you, Howie, for rocking this. We are gonna go to this address right here. Let's see if I can get it right. Simon Pets, 4XL dog bed. All right, so he built this in ClickFunnels, which is cool. We're a believer of that. We use that all the time. All right, so here we go. So you guys should be able to see my screen. You guys should be able to hear me. So Gage, let's make sure they're saying they're hearing us, which is fine.
One person said no sound.
Saying that there is sound, so there is no sound. Do we want to check that? Do you want to check that on your phone? Yeah. And see, make sure we are. So give us some likes. Give us some likes if you guys can hear sound. If you cannot hear sound, let us know, and we'll figure that out. We'll see what we can do. Let me see. Let me make sure on my side that there's sound. So we will make sure there's sound. Hold on one second. Audio settings. Yeah, we got sound. Okay, cool. So we should have sound. So we just got confirmation that we did, which is huge. Okay, so let's walk through this funnel. So this is obviously looks like a dog bed funnel. Let's see. Finally, how to get the comfiest bed for your big dog. All right, sweet. And you don't have to worry about the bed pancaking. So what I'm thinking that this is a pretty big concern with a lot of people is maybe the bed panicking. So pancaking? Is that what it is?
Pancaking.
Pancaking. Yeah. We could call it waffling, waffling or pancaking. So anyways, that seems to be kind of cool. Then we have a nice picture here, which is cool. And then it kind of starts to talk about if you want a bed that will not flatten, has a 10-year warranty, provides orthopedic support for their puppy to senior years, is long-lasting, or even if you just want to help your companion sit and stand without hip and joint stress, this is the most important thing you'll see all year for your big dog. Okay, cool. So let me zoom in. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I can zoom in. Let me see. View, zoom in, because we're using the wrong one. Okay, cool. So this is pretty cool. So then free ground shipping up to $50 value while we're in stock. So we guarantee it. Free delivery. Well, that's just pretty cool. All right, so that's a pretty big value, right? Like $50 to ship that bed. Like that's a pretty huge value here. And so then anyways, they're talking about it's finally here, the bed your dog will thank you for. All right. In today's cost-cutting and cheap quality trend in the world, having the most comfortable, high-quality foam, orthopedic support, and anti-flattening big dog bed is the best decision for your best friend. So life's too short for your dog bed to be uncomfortable. We have a 10-year no pancake warranty or waffling. 10-year warranty, premium quality, hip and joint friendly, no toxic filters, easy to wish and spot clean. And then we go into some Amazon reviews. So they have a nice, Howie has a nice icon here to say, hey, this is from our Amazon reviews. So here's what people are saying. So this bed is amazing. I have an American Mastiff puppy who's 145 pounds and he loves it. The bed fits perfectly into this huge cage. I even stood on it and I was far from touching the floor, so that's pretty sweet. Here's how and why we feel so confident about our beds. My name is Howie and I'm expert on big dog beds. We've sold thousands of them. Here's what the owners are saying. It'll look amazing in your home. So it looks like they have a large size and an extra large size. And then a buy now button, which is a little cute paw print there. Little time free shipping. And then some more Amazon reviews. And did you know this? So dogs naturally do not outwardly show how much pain they're in when getting up and down from a resting position. According to veterinarians, since dogs hide their pain, it's up to dog owners to anticipate mobility issues and ensure a long time. So even every day you wait is another day that your dog is not getting comfortable sleep, and the hip joint might become a big issue. Oh, and there's more. So then they go into a couple bonuses here. They do a free waterproof liner installed, but they do a bonus number 2, a non-slip bottom, and then bonus number 3, free shipping, which has a real value of $50 to $60, okay? And then take a full year, 10 years, to put us to the test with our ironclad money-back guaranteed. It's a long time. So if it doesn't show me exactly how to have a bed that will not flatten, if it doesn't provide the full orthopedic support from puppy to adult size, or if it fails to help my companion sit. And then they got the payments here down here. So it looks like what I think we're going to do is we're going to go to a different page, and sales page from here. So that's a pretty big, long sales letter. So the first thing I like to do is I like to see how the page is performing. So what I mean by that is I like to look at how this page is loading on a scale. And what I like to use is I like to go to GT Metrics, so GTMTRX.com. It's a free website, which is really nice. And what this is going to allow you to do is analyze your site's speed and make it faster. And what you guys want is, what we've found is when we were dealing with like affiliates, when we're dealing with people that are like, hey, my website isn't performing, it isn't optimizing, it isn't converting high. A lot of that deals with this right here. It deals with the speed of the website. So this is one thing that we take a huge look at every time we build a page, every time I critique some people in our mastermind, and I'm like, hey, this is the first thing you want to look at. So what you do is we're going to grab this link, and you just put it to the squeeze page. So really the only page that is the biggest concern is the opt-in page or the long sell. It's whatever page they start with. So when they click from Facebook or your traffic source, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, when they click over that first page, that's what you want to analyze. So we're going to analyze this one. So we'll click Analyze here. And it's pretty cool. So this is not relying on like your speed, like how, like if your internet's slow or fast, kind of like those speed tests do, you know. What this is going to do is it's going to look at from their servers. Their test server region is actually, this one looks like it's in Vancouver, Canada. It's going to tell you what it's using for a browser. So in this case, it's the Firefox. It's going to be using this on a desktop. And what it's going to do is it's going to show us where the site isn't loading fast enough, or if there is, right? If there is an issue. So now it looks like it's generating a report. Boom, we got it. Okay, so this thing is running at 6.6 seconds. So in order for this page to load, it takes a little over 6.5 seconds. As you can see, this has unfortunately a big red F. So don't worry though, we get Fs all the time. Like this, it sucks, right? So what does that even mean? Like, how do we go from an F to like a B or an A? And so what's nice about GT Metrics is it shows you. So this did 74 requests. The total page size for that to load is 4.12 megabytes, which is the average total page size. So it's twice the total page size on average. And then look at this, the fully load speed time. So the average is 8.3 seconds. So they're below or above average, which is good. But what I like to do is with our pages, I want them loading at 1 second or below. So that's huge. What's cool about this is GT Metrics is going to show us what needs to be fixed, and it's usually scaled images. That's usually the biggest thing that's going to speed up your system real quick. What a lot of us do is we go out and we grab the image, right? Like I do it, you do it. We go and grab the image, and look at this. This thing is like, he has one image on here that's 2,400 pixels by 1,600, almost 1,700. That's huge, and that's at a 97% reduction. So they've taken that image and reduced it just to fit on their website really nicely, but it's a massive image. So that is all that is doing is slowing down your system. So you can go into a photo edit or Adobe or whatever and resize your images for specifically your page. That's going to way over increase your time. So I appreciate you guys sharing this. I appreciate you guys liking this. It's huge, right? So this is something that we're going to be doing every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this is the time to make sure you're setting your calendar, because this is going to be awesome. All right, so now we've analyzed this page, so we definitely know that it needs to be optimized, right? So not only where it stands, if any changes that we make today, it needs to be increased in speed, up down to about a 1 second load time there. So let's go back. So the next thing I like to look at is okay, what catches my eye first? Obviously, this number 1 does. I don't know why that's there. You always want to make sure there's nothing like flaky or crazy. It's up here at the top of the page, if you can see that. So it's a weird number 1. The other thing I like to do is with ClickFunnels, which is nice, is you can decrease the size of the page, and it'll turn into the mobile version. And it'll show you what people are seeing as a mobile user. So I do it about this size. So check this out. And this is big. This is a big mistake a lot of people make that I see, which is they have, let me use my cursor here. They have too many, looks like in this case it would be too many columns. So this is probably a 4-column unit right here. As you can see, it's spreading it. But when someone visits it's on mobile and they're like, man, I was here to look at my dog bed. Well, as you can see, they're not even seeing that yet. They're going to see just this. And that shows nothing. They might be lost. They might like jump off. They might be like, holy smokes, like I don't even know where I landed at. So you always want to make sure it's congruent. So whatever they're seeing on the app or the Facebook ad or the YouTube ad or whatever it is, that congruency needs to overlay onto the sales page. Now for desktop, it's fine. But for mobile users, which a lot of people are on Facebook, you're going to run into this issue, right? It's not congruent. So the first thing they see is the logo for Simon Pets. The next thing they see is American owned, which that doesn't much. Walmart is full of 80% of outside of American made products, and they're very successful. Also, the 10-year warranty. I'm going to talk about that. I think you're missing out on a ton of money, Howie, but just by giving that out for free, that 10-year warranty. Also, this free shipping on all U.S. domestic orders. I think you're might be missing the boat a little bit there too. So the next thing, obviously, that we're going to work on is the headline, right? So the biggest thing and the easiest way to gain trust and gain momentum and gain a movement is by educating your consumer. So the more that we can educate the consumer here through headlines and text, the better. And the flow of this isn't right where I would want it. I'd want it to flow a little bit more smoothly and ethically and more gently, if that makes any sense. Like just it's like more. This seems like kind of like bricks were kind of thrown on here to kind of make something try to happen, but it didn't come together very well. So the first thing, like here's like this image. So it's a really good image. You probably got this from like an Amazon review or something like that, or maybe if someone's submitting it in. But what I think would be really cool is not only to like firstly educate them, but how it arrives. So we ship it in a roll. Like here's how cool it is. It's made of this NASA type foam. And boom, it's in this nice package. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is it arrives. Step number 3 is boop. Or I guess step number 2 would be unrolling it, right? And then step number 3 is the dog being like super jacked up to be like rolling on it. So I would show like step 1, 2, and 3. Order today. Step 2, unroll. Step 3, comfy dog, right? I think that's probably a golden retriever, possibly. I don't know. So then the other cool thing is I'm the first like BS thing that kind of came to my mind was when you said it's a $50 value to ship this thing. So us shipping a lot of stuff, there's no way this thing costs $50 to ship. If I would say this thing is probably costing you maybe $15 to $20. If it is costing you $50, then I would find a new postal service because that's a lot of money. I think. I talked to another mastermind client the other day, and he's wanting to ship these big chairs, like crazy heavy big chairs, and that was $40 to send that bad boy. So I don't know if that value is going to resonate with your people. If you say just free ground shipping, that might just be suffice enough without even throwing a value in it. Because if you look later down in the sales letter, you state that the shipping now is from $50 to $60. And it's kind of like, so then it's right here. So bonus number 3, free shipping, real value is $50 to $60. So you kind of butchered that a little bit. So I'd work on that. Also, the other thing, like the way I'm looking at it, is a free waterproof liner installed and non-slip bottom. I would like hope those are coming with it, being the price that it is, because it's definitely expensive, right? To make and have this bed. I think it was like $199 or what? Looks amazing in your home. Yeah. Okay. So next thing is I would like it to be I would add more education to this. So for instance, looks amazing in your home, and then you have 2 colors, dark chocolate and what is that? Khaki? Khaki? Yeah. Okay. Your big dog will thank you for the comfy pillow while he sprawls out all day. he or she, right? So you never want to make sure that you're pinpointing a specific dog because they might have a girl dog or a boy dog. And by doing so, you want to be careful of how you're positioning your language. Also, you don't really state how what dog needs to be for a large size and an extra large size. So I'd be looking at, okay, a large size meaning between pounds of, I don't know what even that would be, 50 to 60 or 40 to 60, and an extra large, if your dog is from 70 to 150, you want this one. So you kind of done that a little bit with best for golden retrievers, boxers, labs. I would like a weight in there. And you don't really say if you can get the sizes, like you say you can get 2 colors, dark chocolate. So you're kind of showing the large size is the dark chocolate, and then the extra large size is the khaki. So realistically, I feel like I'd have to order the khaki in order to get the large, extra large, or if I want the dark one. So I'd kind of make that a little bit more. The next thing I always talk about is this buy now button. So no one loves buying anything. Like no one loves the art of having to purchase something. They love receiving something, and that's what you want to. That's really what you want to drive home here, and that's what we do with our funnels. And I feel like that's why a lot of it is extremely successful, is because when they click this button, you want them feeling something of value, like they're changing their life. Like they're not only changing maybe their lives, but in this case, they're changing their dog's life. So maybe kind of work with some different languages there, such as like, I'm ready to satisfy my Great Dane. I'm ready to satisfy my my best friend. I'm ready to encourage and help out my best friend by doing this. So by doing that, that kind of gives them like more of a release versus a buy now as a pain point. And then of course you have the limited time free shipping, $50 value. The other kind of thing you're doing is what I think is I'm thinking you're on Amazon. So let's go over there real quick to Amazon and see what you're rocking there. So on Amazon, if we go to your page, let's see if you have anything. So you do. Okay, cool. So it looks like you're on Amazon as well. High five, that's big. You also have the same pricing on Amazon. I think that's huge. Let's see. So do you have? So it looks like both large and extra large. There's no color changes, so I'm not for sure on there. But what I'm looking for is your shipping details. So on Amazon, if I'm a Prime member or if I'm not a Prime member, it looks like I'm going to get free shipping anyways. So the sales page might not be of benefit to talk about the shipping. So I would talk about free shipping rather than how much they're saving. Secondly is I would maybe make this clickable, Amazon reviews, because when you make the Amazon review clickable, they're able to go to Amazon and you get a win-win, because what Amazon loves is those organic purchases, and a lot of people trust Amazon. So they might want to be clicking these reviews and going over to Amazon. Is this clickable? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so that just went back to the sales page. All right, so the other piece that would be here is, I know I'm kind of really birching this thing, but this is what I would change, is where you kind of talk about how you're an expert, but you really don't go into detail of why you're an expert or show me that you are, okay? So let's see, let's get to that piece right here. Where was that expert piece? Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Okay, so this is where you talk about it. So here's how and why we feel so confident about our beds, and then you pretty much just say I'm an expert, and you say that we've sold 1,000. But saying that we've sold 1,000 of these high quality dog products doesn't really show me why you're confident, or how that you're confident. So I would like more education and knowledge on what makes you an expert, and like the sophistication and the technology that went into these dog beds a little bit more of like, why does it help the dog so much? Like, why are they so excited to be here? And I love these testimonials. Those are really cool. Again, be careful on the mobile version, because when you push through here, it's like boom, 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 or whatnot. So I think that's pretty big, right? So now let's go ahead and move over to the next section. So I'm going to click Buy Now. And then you have a slider here, so that's kind of cool. Let's see. I don't know how this thing works. Oh, there we go. Now it's sliding. Okay. So sweet. So they can kind of roll through here and see what they want to do. And I believe this is probably something, yeah, it looks like a Shopify app. Just so you know, every click, so now we're 2 clicks in, right? We're from Facebook to the long sales letter, and then from the long sales letter, now we're into this size, color, quantity, proceed to checkout. So that's 4 clicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're gonna go into probably an order form. So the more clicks that you have someone click through to get to the order, the more you're gonna lose them. The more pages that you have people load, the more people you're gonna lose. You want to have them stay on the same page as much as possible. That's why I like doing a long sales letter to an order form. So, in this case, you've done the same type of thing with the mobile version again. Is if you squeeze it or whatnot, then you'll see that all they're going to see is this, right? Select your dog's bed. So, I would work on a mobile version a little bit more differently to optimize that. So let's go ahead and of course you've done extra large 109, large 179. You save $100, 33%, free delivery. So let's go ahead and say we want this. So proceed to checkout. So we're loading here. And so, okay, perfect. So now I don't know how much you can change on Shopify, but I would definitely maybe reorchestrate how this order form the layout is. Just because I'd like to be congruent through all pages. And that's really the big thing. Like I love banners, I love headers, I love talking about, hey, here's what you're gonna get today. You're gonna get those bonuses, bonus 1, 2, and 3, free shipping, and all the other stuff, and here's the order form. So you might be losing a lot of traffic just from this order form not being congruent with the other 2 pages. So let's go back here real quick, and let's do that 10% opt-in. So don't leave yet. Get our limited time 10% off coupon. So let's go ahead and type in a test email here real quick. Okay, and say get my coupon. So we're submitting. So we have looks like a broken link right there, and I would highly educate that you fix that versus having to email them a coupon code for the 10% off. I would go ahead and give them 10% off right here, because what I feel as a consumer is don't leave yet, get our limited time 10% off coupon code. I click get the coupon code, it says submitting, and then boom, it brings me back to the same page, and I didn't see any 10% off. If I proceed to checkout, I might see it. Let's see if I see it. Nope, I don't. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know how that's going. But anyways, what I'd like to do is I'd like to switch the cameras around here, and I want to draw out on the chalkboard of kind of how I would redesign this. So if you guys want to see me draw this out on the chalkboard, give me some likes, give me some shares. I'd love to see that. That'd be huge. And we're going to switch the screens a little bit and make that happen. So I think that's going to be pretty exciting. So you're good to go, Jared. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a stop share. And what we're going to do real quick is rock and roll the video on real here. So boom and boom and boom. All right, so we're going to go through the studio. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to do a little bit of a change here. Oh, let me make sure that it's not mirrored. So if you want to pop that up there, Jared. So you're on live. So let's see. Does that show right? Okay, cool. So you guys should be able to still hear me as we go here. And let me make sure that this is that right? Yep, that's right. Okay, cool. So let's take that whole funnel. So we just did a dog funnel. Looked really good, right? They got a lot of structure in place. So how it started out was we had a very long sales letter. So LSL. So we had all kinds of different types of things going on. The way I would structure a little bit is I would start with a really nice headline, okay? That's going to be making sure that they're really excited to grab one of these dog beds. Like it's going to change their life. And then I would talk about the steps, right? Like here's your steps. Steps 1, steps 2, and then step 3. That steps were going to be, you're going to order today, you're going to receive it, it's going to become in this really nice thing, you're going to unfold it. And then 3, which is the most crucial piece, which is your dog's going to freaking love this bed. Like it's going to be amazing. And then I would talk about the educational pieces. So why ours, right? Because if you go to Amazon on these dog beds, I'm sure there's other ones that are cheaper, right? Because these are a good price. Like these are a $199 value. Like that is not a cheap price point for any dog bed. Like if I go to Target, if I go to Gordon's, if I go to Walmart, like my bed's gonna be maybe 40 or 50 bucks, right? But that's the one that's gonna pancake or waffle. So what you want to do is you want to explain, so why? Like why is this? And educate them on like why is $199 a good price? Also, we wanted to talk about free shipping. So that's huge. And then we also wanted to give them buttons throughout the order form to go through here and talk about the reason that they're getting it versus creating that pain point, which is buying it, right? So then, once they have this, what we did was we took them to a different page. And then, Jim, do you want to give me that Windex? I'll erase this, because I'll show them what we did, what we currently have, and then what we're going to change it to. So then what we had was our selection. So we had our selection, which was, hey, what size do you want of dog bed, which is cool. How many do you want? And then I think it was what color. And then, of course, a submit button. And then we had, thank you, and then we had another page. And this was pretty much like a dry blank order form, okay? And so basically it was just, here's your order form, type in your credit card information right here, and submit, and that was pretty much it. Okay, so how would I kind of change this up? That's how it looks right now. If I were going to rebuild this funnel, if I was going to take this funnel and redo it, I would totally delete these two pages right here. I wouldn't have those. Okay. So what would I have is I would bring this to one really nice looking order form. So you can do the same thing you're doing with ClickFunnels. You don't need Shopify anymore. That's what's awesome. Now what I would do is I would have a really nice banner on top displaying the beautiful dog beds of which they chose. And an idea for you, you might have two order forms realistically, because then you could swap your order forms a little bit. But you know how you talked about if they want a big one or a large one? You know what, because they do the different colors, so I'd keep it the same way. All right, so you have your long sales letter. You have your big, kind of like your banner here. And then I would talk about, basically, I do a little bit of a headline right here. That's what we found, works really well. So talk about it a little bit more, like here's everything you're going to get. You're going to get a really nice dog bed. It's going to help them kind of like take that education that you did on those paragraphs, and then go from there to talking about the bonuses that they're going to get. You're going to get bonus number 1, bonus number 2, bonus number 3. Like here's all the cool things it's going to do for your dog. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And you can order now. So then of course you have your first name, email, phone number, shipping address, and all that good jazz. And then what we want to do is we want to have that really nice, selection of the order form right here. And what I would do is I would list all 4 options. So you have the one which is like the brown one. So like the brown, maybe large. Then you have, let's do different colors, make it cool. So you have the brown really large, then you have brown extra large, and then you have the khaki large, and then you have the one more color, and then you have the khaki extra large. Then what I would do is I would have drop downs to select how many they want. Do you want one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these? Because a lot of people, like right now, we have another dog on the way. You have a St. Bernard on the way. But we also have a Golden Retriever. Well, a St. Bernard is 3 times almost big as a Golden Retriever. Like it's a little intense. So a large bed is not going to be the same for the Golden Retriever as it would be for the St. Bernard. So I would frankly need 2 beds, right? One for my Golden Retriever and then one for my St. Bernard. And maybe I want different colors because of the color. So like the Golden Retriever is khaki versus the St. Bernard is more of a darker color, so I'd probably go with the darker color. Makes sense, right? So on the order form here, I would have a selection saying, okay, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, like how many do you want? A lot of people have a lot of dogs. I only got 2. And then of course, that beautiful submit button. Okay, then you talked about the other piece. You had the drop down, you kind of started doing this. What I would like to do is if I were you, since you're on Amazon, what I would think would be really cool is doing something like this. So if they start to exit that page, then what I would do is do a pop-up on your order form, and this would say, hey, don't like buying, today or something like that, or something. I would just say, wait, we also sell this on Amazon, and then I would go and grab an Amazon image button, and I would post it right here, which says like click to buy or whatever that is. Click to buy. I would put that button right there on that pop-up, because if they're going to exit this order form, but they're more confident buying it from Amazon, boom, you're going to save a lot of sales from there, and then you're going to boost your sales on Amazon, which obviously gives you more reach, which produces more sales on Amazon. It's awesome. Lastly, is we didn't talk too much about that warranty, and this is why. I think you're missing out on a lot of money there. What I think you should do is, as soon as they purchase this, these dog beds, you should offer a warranty versus like giving it to them. Like, that's just insane. Like, where have you ever gone to like Walmart or Best Buy or anywhere and they're like, oh, by the way, you get a 10-year warranty with this technology today? No, they're like, hey, did you want a warranty with that? So what I think with your upsell, push it over here. Okay, you have your one-time offer. I think you should offer 2 types of warranties. I think you should do a 5-year warranty and a 10-year warranty. And what I think you should do is, since the bed is $200, I think you should give them like a 5-year warranty for like $20. And I would do the same thing as furniture stores. Like, hey, if it rips, if it tears, if it pancakes, whatever, like give them like a list of things. If you stain it, if they pee on it, if they poo on it, like whatever, craziness, right? Like, here, 5 years, a $20 bed. Another way to look at this is whatever the bed costs you. So if the bed costs you $40, then I would look at making it like close to $40 or $35 or $30, because with this, you're gonna add up, this is gonna add up to so much revenue, it's insane. But that allows you, like if someone does call and says, hey, you know, my bed ripped. Well, you've made so much money, you've bought so many other beds through this purchase practice that you have like beds on back order, right? That's what's huge. And then for the 10-year, I would do $40. So that's going to increase your cart value, along with allowing them to purchase more than one bed the way that you're done. Also, secondly, is they're staying on only 2 pages. They're not having to sequence out to 3 pages. So this is going to be a way better format on allowing your people to have a better, or your consumer, to have a better flow. So they're flowing through this, they're seeing, they're being educated, they're understanding why they're purchasing this bed for $199 versus purchasing a smaller or a cheaper bed. Moving over and saying, yes, I want to support my dog, I want to help him out, him or her. Showing a nice congruent banner saying, hey, this is what you're getting. We're on the same page here. We're doing this really nicely. Have an order form with selections saying large, extra large, anything like that, and then having to submit. If they don't submit, do an exit pop up to Amazon, click to buy. That pushes them over to Amazon. But if they do purchase, then we're going to push them into a 5-year and a 10-year warranty, saying, hey, this is really cool. So, guys, here's the cool thing, is we're doing this every single Tuesday at 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. As you saw, we took a really big glance. We tore apart a funnel, and it could have been yours. All you have to do is submit your funnel at mronaut.com/critique. So that, again, is mronaut.com/critique. Submit your funnels. We're gonna take those out. We draw one every week. We're going to go through it, we're going to rip it apart, and we're going to show you how we would do it here in our labs, at our company, and make you a successful funnel. Make you see, okay, wow, that's how my funnel should be looking. Pretty cool, right? So guys, I appreciate your likes, I appreciate you sharing this video, spreading the message, letting people say, hey, this is how you need to feel, this is how you need to build a funnel, this is what it needs to look like, here's how you optimize a funnel, and everything that I've done wrong in the past 3 years. It's crazy. So again, my name's Trey Llewellyn. I thank you for being here, and we're closing out. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.